made. I'm Pam Huso, Fox News. Today marks 1 year since presidential candidate Donald Trump was rushed off a rally stage after being grazed by a bullet in Butler, Pennsylvania, avoiding death by mere millimeters. The anniversary comes on the heels of a new report exposing the critical security lapses made by the Secret Service that day.
The report from the Office of Government Accountability points to planning errors, lack of training, and communication failures within the Secret Service that led to the security breakdown on July 13th. One of the biggest findings from the review is that senior-level Secret Service officials learned of a threat to President Trump 10 days before the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. But the agency did not share that information with local and federal law enforcement partners because of its practice of siloing highly classified information. The report also states the agent in charge of identifying vulnerabilities at the site was new to her job. The event on July 13th was her first time securing a large outdoor rally.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. In addition, the Secret Service drone wasn't working the day of the incident. The operator had only 1 hour of training. Still no ceasefire and hostage deal between Israel and Hamas.
Talks aimed at securing a Gaza ceasefire are stalling, with Israel and Palestinian sides split over troop withdrawal terms. President Trump says he hopes the indirect talks will lead to both sides agreeing to a U.S.-backed peace proposal soon. This comes as 17 people were reportedly killed by Israeli gunfire near an aid distribution point near Rafah. Witnesses describe it as a targeted shooting, though the IDF denies responsibility. Meantime, protests in Tel Aviv are growing, with families demanding a hostage deal.
Fox's Chanley Painter. Hamas is holding 50 hostages. America's listening to Fox News.
From around the world,
Trey Yingst joining us from Tel Aviv, Israel.
to Washington,
I'm Mike Emanuel.
to your own backyard. If a story impacts you or your wallet, we're on it. It's the Fox News Rundown. We give every story the deeper look it deserves, with must-listen interviews and smart analysis from the voices you can trust. Start your day with the Fox News Rundown. Listen and follow now at foxnewsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
Hey, this is Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. Every Tuesday, you'll hear what's on my mind. Plus, every Thursday, there's a special bonus episode where we answer the questions that are on your mind. Make sure to spend your Tuesdays and Thursdays with Trey. Subscribe now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you download podcasts. Hope to see you.
America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What Anderson police are saying about a missing man. Your radar is clear. It's 77 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 11:03. The search for a missing Anderson man ended on Friday night.
With the help of drone technology and tips from the community, police say the body of Jeremy Smith was discovered in a retention pond on Friday. Now investigators and the Madison County Coroner's Office are trying to figure out how he died. Smith was reported missing July 1st to Anderson police. After continued attempts to try and find him came up unsuccessful, they notified state police, who issued a silver alert July 10th. Smith was 37 years old. If you have any information, you're asked to call Anderson Police or Crime Stoppers. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Crime scene tape and evidence technicians in an alley on Indianapolis's east side early this morning as a man shot several times died. A woman badly injured. This happened in a neighborhood not far from East Michigan and North Rural Streets, and police are looking into this. IU Health is planning to build its first hospital in West Lafayette. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
A recently approved $214 million investment by the Indiana University Health Board of Directors means the very first hospital built within city limits. The Greater Lafayette Community Growth Project also includes plans for building a cancer center in Lafayette on the Arnett Hospital campus. Construction on the project will start in 2026. Both the hospital and cancer center are projected to be complete in 2028. IU Health believes the new facilities will create over 210 new full-time healthcare jobs by the end of the decade. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Somebody in Shelbyville's $826,000 richer after hitting all 5 numbers in the Cash 5 drawing. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Now your forecast. from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies for today, an isolated chance of a pop-up shower or storm later on today. High temperatures in the mid-80s. Tonight, low temperatures falling back into the lower 70s. On Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Ryan Morse for 93 WIBC.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and you know that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America, common sense government, and peace too strict.
Okay.
Let's clean it up right now.
Put your seatbelts on. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Good morning. 11:06 on a Sunday. This is the first day Sunday Magazine show. It is July 13th. Hey, I didn't check. IU Health Momentum, the cycling event. This is day 3. Yesterday there were many areas that
Illinois
were
Street is not
blocked.
still
I didn't
closed.
pay attention today, but I do believe this is day 3 of the bike race. I hope I'm right. Goes till 3:15. Started already. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Terry. That's Denny.
Good morning. Don't forget our buddy
Hey,
Kylan May Talley.
Whoop,
Yay,
whoop,
Kylan's
let's go.
here.
Man, I'm so hype. 19 days until the state fair.
Yeah.
We are less than a week away from the WNBA All-Star.
Yeah.
And the one I'm really excited about.
What is it?
1 hour, 57 minutes, and 40 seconds away from the Fever taking on Dallas or Cece taking on Paige Beckers.
Warning, the following footage contains a woman on fire. Nets will sizzle.
That's a 3. A 3. Another 3.
Defenders will get burned.
Clark, breaking ankles.
Game plans will go up in smoke.
Behind the back. There's a steal. Denied.
All attempts to contain Caitlin Clark will fail.
One thing she's got is handles.
Viewer discretion is advised.
She's on fire.
Welcome to the W.
There you go.
1 p.m. on
That is
our
a
sister
good
station.
commercial.
93.5.
It is a good commercial.
107.5
I like
FM.
it. Yeah. Okay. Yep. It'll be on our sister station. We, in turn, have an abbreviated show today because we are going to take the responsibility of airing the IndyCar race, the NTT IndyCar race. It's the second day of their doubleheader in Iowa.
And boy, did Pato do some magic
He's
yesterday.
great. I'm so happy for him.
He looks
I'm so
pretty
happy
good.
to have
He looks pretty good in
Yeah.
that sombrero, doesn't he?
I just love him, and I'm so glad this is finally we have another new winner because it's really been Alex Pillow and
Joseph Newgarden
Kirkwood,
has always been
Kyle
there.
Kirkwood. And
what was the thing about Pato giving Joseph Newgarden some Kit Kats? What was that all about?
I don't know about that, but he said basically he was saying they've been in that situation before in Iowa, and he says I'm just doing to him kind of what he's done to me in the past, how he raced. I think that's what he meant. I'm assuming is what he meant. I was listening to the scanner during the end of that race, and that's what he said as soon as it was over. He was like, and we did it and beat Joseph, which is a big accomplishment and a great race. The second one is today, and that begins here on WIBC at 12:30. We've got the pre-race for you with Mark Janes and the crew from the network. So we're looking forward to that. It is National Different Colored Eye Day, and when I was a kid, I always wanted to have different colored eyes. Wow. I had a friend that had different colored eyes. One was blue,
gorgeous.
and one was more like almost a brown, more hazily. And they were it was magical looking into her eyes.
There are different types of dogs that have one dark eye and one bright blue eye, and I just think that's precious. But if I was dating a girl that had two colored eyes, I wouldn't. I don't know what do you say?
I just want to keep staring. Like, let me just look into your eyes.
Just
forever.
magical.
Oh.
Just magical. So we celebrate that. Today is also, it is a tradition known throughout the world. It's name day. Your name day is celebrated every day. It's kind of like a birthday. So today we're celebrating if your name is Enzo, Eugene, Joel, Joelle, Owen, Sally, or Sarah.
You're
You have
insane.
another reason to celebrate. Every day is a new name. New names.
Okay.
Day.
So none of y'all, but congrats to you guys, especially Sarah out there.
Right.
I know
it's
you're
your birthday.
listening.
You should have a reason. If you're looking for something to celebrate, there you go.
It's also National Beans and Franks Day.
Which I
Maybe if you don't
love.
have your dinner
I'll vote
plans.
for that.
Beanie weenies. There's nothing better than a beanie weenie. I had beanie weenies and a slice of bread and butter and a glass of milk a couple weeks ago. Best lunch
And a
ever.
glass of milk.
It was so good. That's reminded me of kindergarten. So good. Love that. Let's see. We've got the farmers market, the Irvington Farmers Market. It starts at noon today at Ellenberger Park. This is one of those great farmers markets in Ellenberger Park, which is old as time, that park, and really cool. You got Indians at the Vic at 7 o'clock. It's Harry Potter weekend and Kids Eat Free Sunday. So there's plenty to do.
The broadcaster for the game, Howard Kellman, he's the voice of them.
Sure.
He just
Long
had his
time.
7,000th broadcast
Yeah.
with them.
Howard
Amazing.
Kellman.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's a normal schedule? 60 games, 50 games? That's a lot of seasons.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot of seasons. If I remember right, he started off as an intern, and then they gave him the bench. They thought he was going to go to Chicago or someplace, and then they gave him the seat. And he's been there ever since. I mean, he was there when I was
pretty cool.
a kid.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool indeed. And Kids Eat Free Day.
Yeah, Kids Eat Free Day. Sunday Kids Eat Free
Ty,
Day.
you could probably pass for a 17, 18-year-old.
You
if
know, I do
wanted
at
to.
Holiday World.
You do at Holiday World?
I get the kids' ticket.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're getting ready to leave our building in about a couple months or so. It goes by very quickly, but it got here before
We're
we
told
knew it.
September.
So I've been going through just some stuff and kind of rearranging and boxing a few things up here and there. And I came across one of my favorites. If you're watching us on YouTube, you know the Big John Gillis.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
holding up
picture.
a
I'm holding a
picture.
picture of Big John Gillis
And the
getting into the
helicopter.
WIBC helicopter. And Big John Gillis is truly one of these. I mean, he was so loved. It made me think about him for a minute. That backside tells me Big John Gillis has died at 64. That was how long ago? November 11th, 2012 is when he passed away. But he worked here for decades, most loved by everybody. I mean, didn't matter. There was a time here where you weren't just conservative, you weren't just to the right or
He
left.
was
Everybody
just
listened
fun.
to WIBC.
Now, he was wacky as a
everybody
loon.
loved him.
Oh, my God, he was wacky as a
Such a character. And so it brought to mind Big John as I start to move some things out. I'm starting to get sentimental.
That helicopter eventually crashed.
It did.
And he survived it, and so did the pilot. And
Yeah.
Greg Cooper was with them, and Greg Cooper is now crashed in a helicopter and in the fixed wing. Remember when they went to the Cessna after that? And poor Greg Cooper has gone down.
yeah.
He will not go up in an airplane that is not registered.
Well, I understand that completely. But we went through whirlybirds. We had jet copters. We had an airplane. And Big John was a part of all of those for all those decades. And so, just going
Now
through my
we can't
stuff.
even afford an Uber.
No, we can't. No. We used to. If you think about the cost involved in
my
having
God.
this and flying it every day
Right.
all over Indianapolis for 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours,
Yeah, morning and night.
morning and night, right? I mean, in any special event, he
And
used to
people
land
listened
at
to that.
country clubs.
That was
and-
on 1070, and he would call it. I mean, 465, I think, when he started, had just completed.
Exactly.
The west side
Probably
was the
right.
last part to finish, and I think that he was
my
calling it
gosh.
at that point.
Smooth, his voice smooth as silk. Really, just was that very easy listening voice.
When you
But
see
that
him on the
traffic
street, he
reporter.
had that big poodle, and I can't remember that poodle's name, but
he
it was
did. He loved big standard poodles and had them. But anyway, God rest his soul. He's been gone for a while. But anyways, I go through stuff and starting to pack up. And as we get ready to leave this building, that was when I came across and had good memories of Big John.
You and I are going to have to be careful because they might pack us up.
I know.
I
Put
hope
us
we
in a
make
box
it to the
in
next
storage.
building.
You're right.
Yeah.
I do say that often. I do. I'm like, well, I hope I make it to the move, you know. Anyway, this is the first day. And coming up, it's Show and Tell with Ethan Hatcher, the host of Saturday Nights on the Circle. You'll hear him next and what he's brought. So jump on board if you're on YouTube. We'd love, he's brought something massive. It looks like a bread box. We'll talk to him in just a minute. That's coming up. Thanks for joining us. First day, 93 WIBC.
Diabetes.
Everybody be quiet. It's 11:19. I'll start talking now because we don't want to wait any longer. Tell him, Terry. That's Denny. Kylan's over there producing the show. Let's go. Here we go. Coming up, by the way, after the news at the bottom of the hour, Sampson Levingston will join us. And Sampson is on the WNBA committee, or one of the committees, All-Star Committee. The All-Star Committee. I'm sorry, I should have made that clear. But anyway, he's kind of your guide to how you can experience it, even if you don't have a ticket.
He's like the guy next door. He really is a sweet
So
guy.
good. Knows
he's
everything.
just a nice human being.
Yep. Guess who else is nice? I think Ethan Hatcher is nice.
Oh, don't you
Even
know
though
it?
Rob Kendall is sometimes very
Wait a
mean
minute.
to him.
Ethan took. Ethan
Let's
took.
not get into that.
Yeah,
I won't.
Turn your mic on, son. Here's
It
the
is
thing.
on.
It's on.
Oh, Ethan took an overdose of Strange at a young age, and he's in the process of
You're
recovering.
the one talking.
Yeah, I know. But what he's brought in here today,
It's show and tell.
I've never seen one of these. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see, I don't know, music box. what do you
True.
call
And
it?
Yeah,
Ethan,
it's music
also, if
box.
you can explain it, because sometimes I forget listeners don't get to see it. So if you can help them understand too what it is. It looks like it's the size of a bread box.
Yeah. So what this is a music box like Denny derived. It is a concert roller organ, and this was produced in the state of New York. And what makes this cool is this kind of is the start of the mechanization and the mass producing of music. Because before this, all your music boxes, your stuff had to be made one of a kind. This you could buy in the Sears catalog.
Wow. Now I'm looking at the tube that has the music on it. It looks like it's wood. Is that wood?
Yeah, here I'll hand you another
That looks
one
like
of these
a toilet
tubes.
paper roll.
Yeah, it's what's called a cob, and these cob has little metal protrusions all around it, and when it cycles through the machine, that's what presses the notes and makes it play. What's essentially in here is kind of like an accordion.
Who invented it?
I don't know off the
Someone?
top of my head.
And how old is this one, you think?
This one is from about 1902, 1903. This is an early one because it has 3 bellows inside of it. They simplified that to 2 in later designs because it's got to pump air through it in order to make the sounds. It's
All
a
right,
wind
I'm going to
instrument.
move my mic over to it. Can you make some music?
Okay,
Absolutely,
no, it does work.
yeah,
It
I
does
gotta-
work. Where did you find this one, Ethan?
I found this one actually in the state of Indiana. Wow. It wasn't too far away.
It's so cool. Okay, wait, let me hear it. Wow.
It sounded like the Oscar Mayer Wiener theme song for a moment.
That's so fun. It sounds great. That's really awesome. The thing is, he's got to keep cranking it. It doesn't, he's going to, if you're at a party, you're just going to crank and crank and crank until the song's over. What's amazing is, it is just all on that bar. The music is all on that bar with the metal spikes on the outside of it.
Yeah, and these are interchangeable. That's what makes this cool.
How many of those do you have with different music on them?
I got about 20 or 30 of these back
came
at the
with
house.
Do you know any of the tunes?
Most of these are religious songs. Where this found its home was in a lot of like rural small churches that couldn't necessarily afford an organ or an organist. So this was the stand-in, and when you would play these cobs, many of them are religious songs, and that was your cue to, pass the plate.
That is really cool.
Here, let me switch out the cob here, and then we can actually hear one of those religious songs.
Okay,
let me switch
perfect for a
spots.
Sunday. And again, Ethan Hatcher with Saturday Night
We're
on the
doing a
Circle.
tire change here.
He is one that goes all across the country to find cool historic pieces.
The ends are color coded so he knows which one goes against the gear and which one goes into the pinion at the end.
It's pretty simple, I guess, right?
One of these has 2 holes. One of these has 2 holes in it, and then the other has
That
one.
is cool,
And that's what-
cool.
Like the male and the female, maybe.
Hey,
side.
hey.
I'm just saying. I mean, it feels like that it's
Whoa, this
everything's
is a
got
Sunday
a male
show,
and
Terry.
a female side, right? So you have a new music in, right?
Yes.
Some new music in. So were you specifically looking for this piece?
No, I always keep my my mind open and my eye open, and this popped up on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was in Westfield. And I got it for a song. This was like $200.
Got
but
it for
it
a
wasn't.
song. You see what he did there?
But it wasn't in the condition that it is now. I had to ship this out to a restorationist, Roller Organ Restorations in St. Louis, Missouri.
All right, let's hear this new one now.
All right, let's swing
This
it
is
over.
the religious song for Sunday. This is nice. He's getting ready to put his hand on the cranker. And here we go. Oh, this sounds church. This sounds like what you'd hear in a church. This is Ethan Hatcher playing his organ. His crank. What is it, Denny? Is it a crank organ? What is it? Yay! It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The sound of it and the quality, it's amazing it has stood this test of time. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it
Beautiful
takes you
piece.
back to those rural congregations, and I mean,
sure does.
you would have found this in like small towns in
Yep.
Indiana, and they would have rolled that out at the local church.
Love it. But somebody does have to constantly be moving it and
Yes.
cranking it.
Yeah,
in order
so
for
the
it-
organist would have arms like Popeye. They'd be cranking away.
That's so cool. I love it. Ethan Hatcher again from Saturday Nights on the Circle.
And
They were
tell
doing-
us about this picture behind you. You do this every once in a while for us in studio.
Oh yes, this is my tribute to Mike Braun's betrayal on the property taxes. This is a depiction of that. I think it was a State Farm commercial a few years ago where they got the fisherman. Oh, you almost had it. Oh, it got to be quicker than that, and he's pulling the dollar bill away. And of course, that reminded me of exactly what Mike Braun did with these property
You know what?
taxes.
Gary
where
Varvel's got competition now. We've just got it up on the screen now. You should be able to see it, Alex. There we go.
There we go. Well, Ethan, we've got to run. We got to make room. We've got going to be
is
talking
that
about the
time
WNBA.
already?
Yeah, with WNBA, we got
You're
to talk
being
about
thrown
the
out.
All-Star game. But really cool. I love when you bring us show and tell. And again, we're going to try to do this maybe once every other week or so when Ethan's got something he'd like to share, because I love this stuff. It's history.
Thanks for
love
having me
it.
on.
You betcha. Saturday Nights on the Circle. Anything else you want to talk about or promote?
No, just tune in next week. I'm sure it'll be another busy week in news.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a break. Again, after the news, we will talk to one of our favorites. Mr. Levingston will be here. We'll talk about all of the details surrounding the WNBA All-Star game that's coming up next weekend. The news is next. 93 WIBC. Smith is here too. Kylan's also with us. And we're just trying to reach Sampson Levingston. But what we might do is we're going to call an audible, and Denny just might be able to do our favorite segment of the morning, Denny's Dollars and Cents. Should we give it a whirl, everybody? What do we think?
I'm game.
Want to? Oh. We're moving
Let's do
cameras
it.
around. I'm so sorry. I got
Let's
so
do it.
distracted by all the action.
Ready to sing, Terry?
Yeah, let's change gears. We're going to do Dollars and Cents with Denny Smith.
Oh, boy.
My gosh.
Yeah, this is
Here we
like
go.
Saturday night. always
Got a friend in Denny.
Oh, boy.
You got a friend in Denny.
Denny, this is what you get for taking the day
you
off.
owe me one.
Miles and miles.
No more miles.
Just remember what your friend Denny says. Oh, you got a friend in Denny.
Ladies,
yes,
I love
sir.
hearing you sing that.
You got a friend in Denny.
For those of you who don't know, that was the song I used to sing to my grandson when I got to babysit. Now, there's no greater joy as a grandparent than to babysit, because it means your son and your daughter-in-law trust you with their most precious.
That's the truth.
Very quick. Well, listen,
What do you want to talk about?
I've been doing a deep dive on artificial intelligence. And I took a course
That's a deep dive right there.
last year I took a course out in L.A. about just how much they know about us on the internet. And it's really kind of scary. But one thing led to another, and I've been studying artificial intelligence. Now, do you know what an LLM is? Larry Monster.
I do not. Kylan?
Longest leg
No. It's
Monster?
It's a large
Long-legged
language
monster?
model.
model.
And the first one to do that really was Bard. And Bard was a derivative of Google. So what we're going to talk about is what's going on behind the scenes that most people, even above the age of 30, have not really even explored. Now, those of us in media, sometimes we have to digest a lot of data, and we can actually load into artificial intelligence huge documents. I mean, a whole book. To give you a rough idea, these models are so powerful that while you are brushing your teeth, they can download the Library of Congress. I mean, we talk about the doubling of language.
Really?
Yeah. They're
That's
just really
amazing.
powerful. Here's, back in the 1900s, they said that we doubled our knowledge every 100 years. By the end of World War II, we were doubling our knowledge every 25 years. Now, to give you a rough idea how powerful these models are, we are now doubling our knowledge every 12 hours. So what has happened
Then how
is...
come we're so stupid?
Well, this is machine
Say it
language.
with your chest, Terry.
Here's the thing.
I mean,
Everybody
we're
thinks
still
that
so stupid.
AI is going to take over the world. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's
hope
going to
not,
become
Denny.
a tool that all of us can use. And Kai, your generation and your children, it'll be part of their... It'd be like an iPhone for them.
That's the one thing that humans are good at is adapting.
Adapting.
And we do. We come up with the new technology. Some people said that about cars and phones and the internet, and we use it to our advantage.
Here's what's happened.
Hopefully.
The early adopters, the people at Bard, or what now is called Gemini, most people have heard of ChatGPT. There's Pilot. There's all these different ones, and everybody will find one. I would encourage you to go out, download. They're free. Take a look at them. I would stay away from the Chinese thing called DeepSeek. Just you don't need that. These large language models, the early adopters, they spent billions of dollars gathering everything from your Facebook posts, ChatGPT, you know, all this the things that
Which I
you
love.
do. Well, that's all loaded into this database. I mean, if you're doubling your knowledge every 12 hours, think how big these models are.
Yeah.
So out in Hancock County, I think, is where they were wanting to put in this great big data center.
Yeah,
That's
now
what
they're talking about moving
That's
it
what
to
this is
Henry.
for.
Right.
And where it was clumsy before, and you'd ask for a Shakespearean sonnet, and they'd give you the recipe for a pizza. Now they're really, really sophisticated.
Yeah.
The billions of dollars that have been spent, now what they're doing is they are starting new AIs that are just stealing this information from other AIs. And so it's sort of like Walmart. That what can happen, you have something that's really, really expensive that would be found at a department store and really, really expensive. Well, now what they're doing is they're doing all this copycat stuff, and the newcomer scrapes all the information from all the other AI things and sells it at Walmart prices. So there's the good, the bad, and the ugly. The ugly is you cannot believe how accurate they can do a depiction. I am not a big fan of what Hammer is doing, putting Nigel's face on other bodies, because I know what this can mean to women. You put a woman's head on something else, and so last year the Congress signed.
It's just so easy to do.
Yeah,
that it can fall into the wrong hands.
But people
right?
are protected now because they have what they call take it down legislation. Take it down means that you can sue the people who put this up, and they have to scrub it from the internet. And Melania Trump and some of the people that work with her were instrumental in getting that done, because you can imagine what this would mean to a teenage girl who all of a sudden she's got an angry boyfriend, and he puts her face on some ornery picture,
which has been done, which has already been done.
Or for a businessman who is put in a compromising situation because AI is so good you cannot tell.
Right.
And
I follow all the Bigfoots, and I did not know. I really thought Bigfoot was talking and was out in smoking and drinking.
Oh yeah.
Out in the jungle.
Well, here's how you can do that.
I mean, it looks so incredibly
Terry Lynn,
real.
have you used it yet? Have you given it a challenge?
Not doing video or pictures.
All right, so I got to wrap this up in about a minute, but I want to tell you, don't be gullible. When you use ChatGPT and say, I want this, and this, and show me your research. Ask for receipts. And that keeps AI from cheating. DeepSeek is putting in political opinions. That's the Chinese Communist Party. And they're rewriting history, and those people that are using that have no idea. History is written by the victors. That's always been the truth. Well, now history is being written by AI, and it's scary as hell. I mean, the Chinese could say that they won World War II. We can have all this stuff, and that's what's going on with DeepSeek. So be very, very careful. Do not be gullible, and ask for receipts. If somebody calls in and says, "Hey, Grandma, this is Denny, and I'm in jail and I need money," they can duplicate my voice down to the simple nodule. It's just unbelievable.
Scary.
Just be careful. Bottom line, stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep the conversations human. Talk human to human, and you'll never be taken advantage of.
Next week, we'll be talking about cloud seeding. But until then, our friend, thank you, Denny, because it's really important. And this is not our first conversation about this. We will talk about this more because I think we need to. All right, coming up, Sampson will join us, Sampson Levingston, and he will be your guide into all of the cool events that are happening surrounding the WNBA All-Star Game coming to Indianapolis this week. Can't wait. It is 93 WIBC. are getting close to the WNBA All-Star Game happening here in Indy this weekend.
I can't believe it's finally here.
You know, it's going to be fun. We were here for the WNBA or the NBA All-Star Game last year and I really had a great time. I enjoyed every minute of that weekend. And I think we're going to do the same with the WNBA. And joining us now is our friend Sampson Levingston, who is on the committee for the WNBA All-Star Game. Sampson!
Hello, how's it going? I love being with you guys, and happy Sunday.
You're the best, man.
You are the best. Happy Sunday, my friend. So you're on the committee, right? This is a big deal.
Yes, absolutely. No, we're excited. You know, back-to-back All-Star appearances for the city of Indianapolis. Snuck in an NBA Finals appearance while we could. Snuck in a Commissioner's Cup win in the W. So we've really been rolling here as a city, and we're excited to host this weekend.
Just because you don't get it, maybe if you don't have a ticket to the game on Saturday or can't go, it feels like that there is a lot of things happening surrounding the game, just like the NBA All-Star Weekend, right?
Oh, yeah, we got a whole lot of stuff going on with Indy's home court. It's going to be just kind of like All-Star, except, check this, big difference here, big difference. It's going to be like 100 degrees hotter.
Yeah.
How about that? So, how about that for a city? How about just record?
Samson, our basketball balloon sort of got deflated at the very end of the Pacer season. And then our star number 22 got injured, and I felt like the balloon was just deflating. And now all of a sudden it's reinflating
for the fever.
And it could not be at a better time. What's it like as far as the committee's looking at it? Are you peaking at the right time?
Yeah, well, I feel like we didn't get a chance to not. We talk about the peaks and valleys of just the way life works, but with the Pacers season going all the way into the last week of June, we just kept going. So yeah, I would definitely say it feels like we're peaking at the right time. We've been ascending as a city for quite a while, but this summer is the right time. Like as far as basketball wise, it couldn't be at a better weekend.
As you said, Indy is peaking. I love with these events, Indy is alive, and there are so many different things to stay involved. What would you say are some of the top ones that you're excited about for this weekend?
Well, WNBA Live, or the W Live, they're calling it, is going to be in the convention center, and that's going to have a whole lot of ways that you can interact with WNBA stars and WNBA events. And I want to say the tickets for that are $25. I'm going to double check for you for just a second. But I want to say the tickets for those, and they're in tiers of when you can go. So make sure you sign up for a time that's good for you. It's not too crowded in there. But that's a great way to just get downtown and interact. Yeah, the $25, $28 after admission fees or Ticketmaster fees and things like that. But they're going to have a lot of ways to interact, meet players, have hoop clinics. You can play a little bit yourself, get exclusive merchandise from the WNBA. And so that's going to be a cool thing. And then there's plenty of free activities that are going to be happening at Monument Circle and on Georgia Street. So we're really going to activate that lower half of Miles Square, similar to how we did for USA Swim Trials and NBA All-Star last year.
That's pretty cool. Do we have a number? Is there a number that's been floated out there how many visitors we may have for this weekend?
I have no idea. I'm sure they've said it in some of the meetings that we've been in, but I think just the excitement that you're seeing any weekend, anytime the Fever is playing downtown. I know this is something I've noticed, walking around the Fever game is going to be over around 3 o'clock today. They play at 1. And you may be walking around what's all this traffic? What's going on? Who's all down? The Indiana Fever are playing. So now that we're going to have all the stars in the league downtown, I can't imagine what's that going to feel like, because a regular season home game is ridiculous now.
True.
Sampson Levingston joins us here, and I've been told that there is this second annual WNBA Changemaker Day, and it's going to be out at the IMS. Can you tell us what that's all about?
That's out at the Motor Speedway?
At the Motor Speedway. It's on July 17th, but I haven't heard much about it.
Yeah, so what they're doing there, and there's a lot of programs that the see if I can find some more information about that here, because I was actually just looking at that for the WNBA. But there's a lot of different panels and ways that you can interact with influential women who have been here in Indianapolis, working to promote the game, influence the game. I'm trying to think about who's on that Changemakers committee or who's on that Changemakers panel right now. But with so much stuff that even I've got going on, I honestly don't have all the details for you.
I think it's with the Black Women's Health Imperative. The names that I remember were Nike's Vanessa Garcia Brito was going to be there, and Dr. Zanai Epps. And they're just putting a positive impact for young girls, body image and sports and stuff like that. Of course, for a middle-aged old white man, I was hard pressed to adapt with that. But then right after that comes the State Farm Assist Tracker Legacy Project, which was about wellness spaces, at everything from Girl Scouts to Central Indiana's Camp Delwood, which is over by where I grew up.
Love it.
Lots of nice things that they're doing focused on girls. I like that a lot.
When they come into the town, when the WNBA or the NBA come to town, there's the legacy projects and the things that they leave behind that maybe people don't know about. And Sampson, for you, for this weekend, what will you be doing? Where will you be, and what part of it what will you be a part of?
Well, I'm going to be hosting my walk and talk. So I'm going to be downtown at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, walking and talking about history. And these tours are going to be specifically focused on women's basketball history across the country, the impacts of Title IX, Birch Bayh, Indiana Guy, 1972, and looking at that legislation and just kind of thinking about how correct decisions that we make historically can really impact the future. And for example, we all know Reggie Miller here, but a lot of people know Reggie Miller as Cheryl Miller's little sister, our little brother.
Oh, man, we're not allowed to say that, man.
And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, but not from just New York, not the trash talk, but people out in LA know Cheryl Miller used to get down, score 100 points in a game. She could do it all. There was no WNBA for her to play in.
Yeah.
Now we get to witness the greatness of a Caitlin Clark because steps that were made in 72 by Birch Bayh lead to a full investment in the NBA and WNBA 1996, the Fever or franchise 1999. And now there's little girls that are growing up knowing their whole life, like Caitlin Clark, for example. I think Caitlin Clark is going to make us all feel old. I think she was born in 2002.
She's 23.
Oh, good
She's
Lord.
just 23.
And so she grew up her whole life knowing that there's going to be a league for her to play in and be celebrated. And think about the impact that has. Like, when I grew up in Indianapolis, there's an NFL franchise. And I went to play Division I football on a scholarship. And kids, the generation before me, didn't get to grow up watching the greatest quarterback and the most prolific offense just in their hometown. So steps that we take as a city and as a society, you can see generational benefits decades later. And the Fever, Title IX, all that stuff is we're seeing the benefits of that right now.
Kylan.
I just want to say, you did just post that there are tickets remaining, but there's limited amount. You do need a ticket. All tickets are free for your walk and talks that are happening this weekend, Friday, again, July 18th, and Saturday, July 19th. They're free thanks to the Indy Arts Council. Where's the best place for them to go if they want to get a ticket?
I'm having the link on my website. It's about to be the same just as it was last year, DutchRise.com/allstar. And that'll take you directly to those links. But social media is the best way. And so anytime you're on one of my social media pages, there's going to be a link right there that takes you to all of the stuff that we're doing. Even right after we get off this call, we're going to do tours at the Children's Museum. And outside, those dinosaurs got big old WNBA basketball.
I saw that.
That's great. Yeah, so we're all over the place. So if you want to catch me outside or inside or wherever it is, the best way probably is social media to stay in touch with me because we're always on the go.
Sampson, we're all big fans here. You stick to the knitting, you walk the walk, and here you are with the greatest weekend of all time for women's basketball right here in Indianapolis, and you're down making these tours every hour. Yeah. You're the real deal, man. You're the real deal.
I appreciate y'all. We're bright and early. We're bright and early. I know, we're on WIBC. I know, this may not be necessarily the most notorious late night crew now. I know they might have been. I know they might have been at one time. I'm not saying that y'all wasn't. I'm just saying, if y'all like to get up early, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., before all that hoopla gets downtown, y'all know what I'm talking about. We're out bright and early. Beat the heat, beat the traffic. Let's go.
Before we let you go, Sampson, what is maybe one of your favorite stories about the history of basketball that you'll be telling this weekend and today or whenever it is? But what's one of your favorite stories?
I think it's just these like unique, like talented ballers that we produce in Indiana. Like everybody deserves the chance to play and be great, whether those are like our historically black schools who didn't always have access, whether that's our thousands of women who have always had access to play sports, whether that's communities where the funding wasn't there. Anytime in Indiana, when you give people a chance to ball, they ball out. And so I just want to tell the stories of a lot of these inspirational ladies like Skylar Diggins, like Jackie Young, like Katie Gerald, like Bria Gross, who's been here like hooping. So I just want to talk about the people who have made it possible, because we'd be, as a city, nothing without our people. So I'll highlight a lot of our stars.
That's so cool.
Can I highlight?
And Birch By gets love.
Amen. Amen.
Right.
Tamika, of course.
Can I highlight you real quick? You're blazing a trail for yourself with Walk and Talk Indy, and
Appreciate you.
been a committee member for the WNBA All-Star, but then you also got to throw the first pitch for the Indians this past day.
I did.
Can you tell
I
us
did.
about this awesome opportunity?
Yeah, it was amazing. Okay, so the pitch, I got to cut right to the chase. The pitch wasn't the greatest pitch. It would have been a ball for sure. It would have maybe got a talking to from the coach, from the manager. But I got so excited. I was so honored. It was Negro League Baseball night. We have a rich history of black baseball here in Indianapolis. Hank Aaron played for the Clowns. Indianapolis ABCs were a very prominent team that was in the league. So we were honoring that. I got a jersey. I got to go out there. I got too hyped up when I saw myself on the jumbotron, because everybody told me just throw it to the catcher.
That
throw
is
the catcher.
so
But
cool. That
I
is
tried
so cool.
Try to smoke it, man. I try to smoke it.
I hope somebody took a picture.
That's awesome.
Oh, the pictures are great.
Yeah.
If it was just pictures, if it was like, I'm like, man, if this would have happened in like 1800s, it would look great. Nobody would know what actually happened.
Yeah.
They would just see the photos and think, wow, you killed it. But because the video exists, people know what happened.
Very good. All right, so here's the
Samson,
website.
we
It's
gotta-
WNBAAllstar2025.com.
Perfect.
And then
That's what
through
we wanted.
the number 2 eyes.
You betcha. Through the number 2 eyes. Sampson, Levingston, have a great week
Yes.
ahead. Thanks for everything, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.
You betcha. News is next.
All right.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting
So much to go. Oh, my gosh. It's 12:06. Good afternoon. I'm Terri Stacy from Hancock County. Denny Paul Smith is here.
Speedway, Indiana.
Well, I guess Knightstown. I'm a Knightstown girl, really.
We'll talk slow for you.
I'm Kylan Talley from Washington County. Okay, the fact that we're closer to 2050 than we are to 2000 is just mind-boggling.
Didn't even think about it.
Well, I'm happy for you. That's my Roman Empire for the moment. Matt Bear is also in the studio.
Matt Bear's here.
I'm Matt Bear.
Woo!
Hey, Matthew.
From the Near East Side.
No, you're from Rochester, Indiana.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, no, that's where I was reared.
What's the county?
Fulton.
Fulton County.
Oh, Kosciuszko County. That's where I was born.
Or Kosciuszko County.
And there's also a Marshall County in there. I drove through that once.
I can't even spell Kosciuszko.
It's K-O-S. Named after the great Civil War General Thaddeus Kosciuszko. Thank you very much.
Wow, you got through fourth grade. I can see that.
Totally impressed with that.
Fine artillery commander.
Matt's coming in. He comes in every once in a while on Sundays to work. And when he does, he graces us with his presence. And we love it. Ryan Hedrick, by the way, also doing news today. I just feel like it's a regular day, not a Sunday at all.
Thank you for inviting me.
Glad you're here. Yeah. I can't let you talk long because we got to go.
But wait, I want to say right now, I want to go off on a rant.
Oh, please, that's what we do here.
Oh, no.
Well, I can't now. We don't have enough time.
Oh, shoot.
You're about as close to Rob Kendall as a turd is to a Tootsie Roll.
I don't. Good night,
Man,
Irene.
you can't do a rant. You're too sweet of a guy.
Just want to let you know, we are. This is a. Well, we have a shutdown at 12:30 today. We're done at 12:30 because we've got an IndyCar race that's coming up, and so we have to stick to 12:30. And we've got a live guest coming up, so we're going to take a break right now. Thanks for joining us. It's the first day.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of
It's 12:12. And this is the first day on 93 WIBC. I'm Terry. Next to me on my right is Matt Bear.
Hi.
Hey, Matthew.
Denny's here.
I like it when
Kylan's
Matt
here.
comes in. Kylan
It's
May's
a
here.
beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
Been trying to reach out this morning. I tried to reach out to see if we could get in touch with Indiana Task Force 1, that our brave heroes that are down in Texas. Have not heard anything back just yet, but sure thinking about everybody. I had to stop watching social media
This
because
has
I
to
just
be one
couldn't
of the
take
worst.
just the worst thing I've seen.
It just tears your
ever.
heart out. They show that sign of the Mystic camp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Heartbreaking.
gosh.
Heartbreaking. Just want to mention that Salvation Army is where I put my donation, but there's plenty of good ones out there. But this is for recovery, or relief, I guess you should say, for those. You never bring back all those people, but your money will help them get back on their feet. And there's so many.
There's still so many missing. Over 150 are still
I know
missing.
it's just the saddest thing. Heartbreaking. But I truly had to pull away from it for a minute because it started to become really overwhelming just watching picture after picture of
Those
people
guys
trying
searching
their
the
hardest to
riverbank.
save people.
The riverbank is so deep and it's so brush covered now, and they
Yeah.
have to search that and 20 feet out, and it's just a big mud pile. And
It is.
guys-
I've not heard really any great stories of recovery of far as the heroism that has been going on.
The Coast Guard deserves a lot of credit. Those
Oh
guys
my
in the
gosh,
helicopters,
everything that they're seeing
and that one guy,
devastation.
There was a guy who rescued like 24 people.
That's right.
Did you
just
see
a
him?
small
Humble
amount of
as
time
he
when it
is.
first started. And he
Amazing.
was so cool when he was talking about it.
I know it.
He named everybody on his team. You know,
He
their
did.
name, first and last names, and he's like, "Well, we did this. It was never like, look what I did. It
Our
was just,
team.
it just made you want to go out and do something for somebody. It was
It
was that
does.
powerful."
So, again, it was not such great news of finding people alive. But I did hear a story. I'm an animal person, and I did hear this story this morning about a dog. And the dog survived by sheltering in a washing machine.
Oh, no way.
I thought you were going to tell me he's dog paddling all that time in a washing machine.
In a washing machine, and they found a dog in a washing machine, and that was a story that made me smile. That
I'm so happy they found it.
because again, just
He must
watching.
have been on the delicate cycle.
Oh, it's just awful.
And I'm happy for the rescue worker who found that too, because
Me
think
too. They
about
need
all
that,
the
right?
death and destruction that you were going
You're
through,
right,
and
Matt.
then you kind of open something up. I mean, that had to have I would hope that would have uplifted them just for a little bit,
Me too.
bit of a spell.
I'm
all that.
sure any living, breathing creature that you found, because I saw deer floating down and trying to keep their heads up, and just any living, breathing creature that you can find, that would be great.
In the disasters, we always
A
see the
moment.
very best of humanity.
You sure
You
do.
don't see politics.
Sometimes
you
we-
shouldn't see politics. You
No.
just see the generosity and the humanity, and I love that part.
I do too.
I just hate that it took this to get that.
Always does, though, Denny.
Yes, always.
Always takes something like this to happen.
You said it.
This is the first day. We are waiting on perhaps a guest. We're just going to kind of hold tight. But
We're blaming
in the
Kyle in for
meantime,
this one.
At this point,
I know.
I
Again,
do have a list of all-star things that stood out to me for this next
Oh,
weekend.
okay.
If we want to go through some
all right.
more of them.
Well, let's raise our hand. We'll take. Does anybody want to hear that?
We're taking a vote?
I'm with Kai. Oh, yeah.
That's a thing?
I was going to talk about breakfast cereal, but go ahead.
I strained my shoulder. My
The
hand went
cereal
up.
cinema? That's a fun one, too.
All right.
Okay, so...
No, nobody's eating cereal anymore. It's a dying thing.
Wait a minute. I had cereal this
To be
morning.
honest, sometimes it's poisoning you. Like the red dye in it. Denny, you might be...
This
Here
is
comes
like
Dr.
oats.
Kylan.
This is like oat stuff that comes from Quaker Oats. They don't put red dye in
love
oats.
It's my favorite snack is cereal. Matt, you like cereal?
Oh, I'll eat a box of Raisin Bran in like 2 hours.
Me
I really
too.
will.
Oh, you'll poop like a Shetland pony.
Yeah,
too,
it's
man.
worth it. Totally worth the Shetlandness.
It's dying anyway. It's dying, and that was the only part of my story. Kylan, please go ahead and tell us something better about the WNBA
Okay,
and
well,
things that we
you know
can
what?
participate in.
We're trying to make people healthier around the community. And one of the ways you talked about earlier, Terry, about some of the initiatives that they have across the city whenever
Right,
they
we know
come
about
to
the
town.
basketball court.
So All-Star Cure is one of them, where they're inviting women to come and donate some healthy breast tissue to the Komen Tissue Bank.
There's just a couple
interviewed
spots left
them.
for today.
They're aiming to collect samples from up to 500 women to fuel this breast cancer research. And do you know how impactful that is? Wow. Terry, I'm kind of nervous about it. I've thought about it, but I was like, ooh.
It's just a punch biopsy. You can handle it.
You think so?
It is.
Danny, will you go with me?
I don't think they want men's
I don't
breast
think so.
tissue.
Are you
but-
worried about the results, or are you worried about the actual process itself? I mean,
I think well, I guess maybe both, but the process was mine.
They're looking for healthy tissue. They want healthy tissue. They're looking for healthy breast tissue. And in a sense, that is going to help them discover something.
You know, earlier we were talking
something
about
to
AI.
help those that need help.
In the scientific community right now,
That's
they
not
can
very good
analyze that type of data mathematically. The AI is just nothing more than a mathematical structure in the large language model. But once they get all that data from all the healthy breast tissue, you cannot believe how quickly they can get through that. What used to take 2 and 3 years will like 2 or 3 weeks.
That's what it's for. I'm looking right now. Even though these donors you're not going to benefit directly from your donation of tissue, you're providing invaluable resources to enable research to maximize its potential today and in generations to come.
I'd like to ask an accountant if you can take that off your taxes.
Oh, Denny,
that's a great idea.
Let's put a value on that tissue.
Right?
That's right.
It's a donation, so I understand what you're saying. What is a donation now? Is it like what? So you can write off? Is it like $50,000?
Oh, it depends on if you itemize. I was just being a smart aleck, Terry. Work with me.
Okay, well, cancer.iu.edu, and you're looking for the Indiana University. Is this right? The University of Melbourne and Bryn Simon, are they doing it?
Yep.
Yep. Go there, and you'll see a couple openings for
That's
today.
right off Michigan Street. That's a great facility.
Please.
The donation takes about 60 to 90 minutes, dependent, so plan out some time for it, and hey, help make an impact.
Right.
One that I'm super excited about, another event, is the Fever Fest. Maybe not up your guys' alley, but for me, maybe Matt, I bet you'd go and have a good time.
Oh, I absolutely would.
The Kid Leroy.
Yeah.
G-Eazy is going to be there. I'm excited about him, personally.
About who?
G-Eazy.
G-Eazy.
Yeah, I'm
Gosh,
sorry,
I didn't know
Terry.
G-Eazy was going to be here. Is G-Eazy? Is that who everybody was waiting for
Now,
outside
wait
the
a minute.
Conrad
You
this
don't even
morning?
know
Did you
who
see the
G-Eazy
line?
is.
The line was
It
that for
was-
G-Eazy?
Oh, my goodness.
Do you know who G-Eazy is? I didn't think you did. You're eating them.
He might have been in the back of the Rick Straw. I saw somebody that was moving around here the other night. Yeah. Everybody's like, that's easy. You know,
For real?
Yeah,
Do you see that line? Okay, driving to work, they were lined up early for it, and I showed the YouTube stream. The line out the building.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, it was big. Denny.
It
Whenever
was
they were around all the corners and everything, and
50
they were
plus.
they all were. Then it looked like.
Oh, she's showing this to the camera. I thought she was showing it to us, but yeah, it just
No, I
popped
don't
up on
wanna show it to
YouTube.
you.
Yeah.
Well, people were actually, and it was kind of cool. They didn't just have their phones, but everybody looked like they had some of them had autograph books, which I thought
for Paige.
Yeah.
You know what?
I didn't know those still existed. Autograph books.
It's like the old-fashioned autograph book where they'd
Yeah.
have one page. Right? Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, looked like that's what they had.
My great-great-grandmother had a book like that. I don't know if it's on Jane's side of the family or my side, but I remember seeing the book and all the things of all the people who had signed her book back in the 1900s.
Oh, that's really cool.
That is really cool, but I didn't recognize any of the names.
I have my Girl Scout autograph book that was from when I was a brownie.
Yeah.
And mine has ABA basketball players and Bobby Leonard.
Oh, my.
Which is kind of
That's
cool. Bobby Leonard did a
wicked.
poem. Not appropriate for air, but but
Wait,
I'll
you
leave
were
it
a
at that.
teenager at the time or a kid?
No, I was a brownie. I
You were
was a
brown-
kid.
He was ornery.
He was ornery. No, not dirty words or bad words or anything. It's just not anything I can actually recite over the air.
Bobby Leonard, what?
Anyway, so I have that.
I really want to know.
You also have a basketball with. I love the items that have the autograph all around. So it's not just a book, but you have a golden basketball of all of the different players.
Pacers.
I'm pretty sure it's all the recent Pacers. Regardless,
I
Pretty fun.
I still love that stuff.
I thought it was interesting how they.
Well, nostalgia. You can go back and look at it, reminded of different times.
They chose the teams. Caitlin Clark got to choose her own team. That's not how they do it in the NBA.
No, it's not. I asked that very same question yesterday.
This for the All-Star game?
Yeah, for the All-Star game. She gets to pick. She's a captain.
The captains get to choose the team.
They get to choose the team in the female
And
for
they
the
do
females.
that like when we were on the playground. First choice, second choice, and you
Yeah.
go back and forth. Wouldn't you hate to be the last one chosen?
I've been
I
there
hated
many
that
times.
in the playground.
But
But
still
you're still
happens
an
to me as an
all-star,
adult.
so it's okay because you're still an all-star.
Well, that's true. You know what?
I'm the
I
last
like your
all-star pick. I'm
optimism.
still
Don't
an
try to
all-star.
pick
Still going,
me up.
getting
I'm
the
still
merch.
last
I
choice.
get the
I
uniform.
will say, I was going to be very sad if Caitlin didn't pick any other Fever players to be on her team. I don't know why I felt so weird about that, but that one was one because you can pick anybody from the All-Star squad.
Yeah.
She stayed true. and loyal.
Mhm.
Picked a couple.
That'd be
Right?
a
Don't you
tough
have a couple of them?
A liaison.
Yeah. Just one?
I don't remember the others.
There was
love
another
Aaliyah too
one.
much.
I think there was another one. Okay, so anyway, are
Other
we
events,
done with that?
other events around the All-Star for this next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Go to mirrorindy.org. They have they're one of our news gathering partners. They have a lovely article with a list of different events happening, like the WNBA All-Star Bounce. That one, if you have a kid, it's 18 and younger, they can dribble a basketball throughout downtown the morning of the WNBA All-Star game.
That's
You'll
cool.
get the ball, you'll get
That is
to come
cool.
and meet. And yes, I agree. That one's really fun.
From our YouTube channel, I want to shake and dance here a little bit. Some comments.
Wait a minute. You want to shake and dance?
Because they say
Well,
they
let me
saw
turn the camera
they
around.
saw Kylan dancing. They like that. Then they start talking about their cereals. Terry Miller says, "I'm going to miss the Red Dye and Lucky Charms."
Me too.
People they want, Bo Denham says Frosted Flakes, Fruity Pebbles. I love Apple Jacks. So
Oh, I
cereal
love Apple Jacks.
Cereal is still out there, ladies.
I'm glad it is. Just this, according to this, over the years, in 2020, COVID hit, and we were all into cereal again. And then after that, just more words started to come out. There's and better brands, I guess. There's one that's called Makes You Poop that you can buy online. Some of these other healthier brands that have a more fibrous, less sugar. The word came out about how much sugar is in cereal, but so people stopped buying it. So people just aren't buying it like they used to.
Stop watching television.
I think
Start buying
Kellogg's
cereal.
or somebody was just sold to another company in Italy. I may have that wrong. Again, you don't know. I mean, I don't know everything, but also Nutri-Grain bars, Cliff bars, those kind of that grab and go has become more popular than just sitting down with a bowl of milk and some cereals. It's my favorite snack.
Some of the best food that we had as kids, like peanut butter and jelly, bologna.
Oh my gosh!
Bologna and pickles and mustard.
I have it all in my refrigerator right now.
When I was a plumber, I just waited and waited and waited for cold weather so I could eat bologna again. Because during the summer, all I could do was corn chips and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
The bologna would go bad.
The bologna would go bad
Yeah.
unless it was cold, but we didn't refrigerate.
I figured that out myself.
I just discovered
You're pretty smart, man.
that have been out for a long time and I didn't know. Uncrustables.
Oh my!
An Uncrustable.
An Uncrustable.
They're
Matthew, you don't know?
PB&J
Oh, that's where you rip
without
rip the bread apart. You rip the crust off the
It
bread.
comes pre-ripped for you.
There is no crust, and they're frozen, and they're little round peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
That's like opening
They've been out a
somebody's.
while.
That's like
Just never
opening
tried 'em.
somebody's Oreos. You don't
It's
do that.
so good. No, I mean they come this way. So you just grab them out of the freezer. You've got a couple of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all ready for you. Crust is gone. They're just delicious.
Did you ever have the kid
200 calories,
in
Matthew.
lunchroom
Oh, you
that
eat 'em.
brought his sandwiches and his mother would cut the crust off? He didn't have any crust on his bread. I thought, you toad, can't you eat the crust?
I love
His
crust.
Mom cuts it off.
But the
for me.
Uncrustables, I guess more kids don't like crust. So they've taken
My niece is like
and they're
that.
just frozen. You just pull them out and then they thaw out by the time kids eat lunch. And they're just a couple hundred calories and they're just delicious.
Have you ever
I
had a
love
kid
them.
be picky about how you cut the sandwich, whether it's
yeah.
diagonal or
Yeah,
horizontal?
the grandkids, I didn't know how mom cut it, but when I cut it different, oh man, I heard about it.
Mhm.
So,
Oh,
It
so
changes-
I
it
ate that
changes the
sandwich and made
taste.
a new one and cut it the right way.
You betcha.
Well, I just love them. I mean, I really have discovered that this is my now favorite snack, right after cereal.
I'm kind
And
of upset now
SpaghettiOs.
that I had to eat crust off of bread when I was a little kid.
I don't know what's wrong with the crust. I love the crust.
Yeah.
I feel like I was robbed of something
Well, I'm
because
sorry about
if I had a choice between crust or no crust,
I'm
it'd
sorry.
definitely be no
I
crust.
like everybody peeling the apples
You know.
too.
Well, Terry, you going to
Thank
watch
you.
the race today?
You know, I am.
Okay.
That'll be
Because
here
that's
at
coming up-
12:30.
yeah,
That's
it's
coming up at
coming up now.
12:30. And we were just kind of, I'm sorry that we missed our guest. Our guest, Kareem Hines, we had him last week, the founder of New Breed of Youth Mentoring Program, also known as New Boy. You remember our conversation? Well, his wife, Chrystal, is the founder and CEO of Inner Beauty Program. We had her scheduled for 12:15. Unfortunately, we missed her somehow or another, but maybe we can get her scheduled for next week. Man, I'm glad you came in, though.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me. And I love being here so much. Thank you.
Really?
You can hear Matt
Yes!
every morning. He's getting you to work and getting you home.
Yeah,
That's one of the good ones.
absolutely. And also, too, those are two, you shouldn't put those together. Also, don't forget Supporting Sobriety, the
Thank
podcast
you.
with Ian Ryan.
Supporting Sobriety found on any major podcast provider.
You betcha.
You
Have a
got
great,
that memorized.
great rest
Fever
of
at
your
one.
day. Appreciate you guys, Denny, Kylan.
Night, y'all.
Let's go.
See y'all later.
See you next week.
Yep, next week. News is next, followed by, no news. We go right to IndyCar.
We're racing.
Okay, bye.